Imagine waking up one day and realizing the US just quietly ended the production of the penny.
The U.S. Mint said Thursday it has made its final order, meaning it will stop putting new pennies into circulation.
And learning at the same time, Congress passed a law letting banks officially hold Bitcoin. And while most people were focused on the headlines, the government was quietly rewriting the rules of money behind the scenes. Today's video isn't just about crypto or coins. It's about the most radical shift in US financial policy since the gold standard was abandoned. And it's happening faster than you think. Let's start with the smallest symbol of American money today, which is the penny. Minted back in 1792 and now is officially dead. Under the Trump-era Treasury decision, the US minted its final order for penny blanks. Why? Because it cost 37 cents to make a penny, worth only 1 cent. So it's losing 85 million a year in taxpayer dollars. Most pennies never even circulate. They just sit in drawers. That's billions of dollars in idle, or better yet, wasted currency. And what's next? The nickel. It also costs more to produce than it's worth. But this isn't just about saving money. It's part of a much larger move towards cashless society, or better yet, the first digital economy. Already over 60% of the US coins go unused, and digital payments dominate every single day. The Fed has even launched a 24/7 payment system called FedNow, which enables instant money transfers. And many believe it's laying the groundwork for the US central bank digital currency, better known as CBDC. Right on cue, the Congress passed the Genius Act, a sweeping federal framework for stablecoins, or digital-backed dollars, one-to-one with cash. Here's what it mandates. Only federally insured banks or approved institutions can use stablecoins. They must be banked by liquid assets, and they're audited monthly. They also must comply with AML and KYC rules to prevent fraud or money laundering. In short, it's the digital version of the dollar, but better. Instant settlement, 24/7 availability, and ultra low fees. The Genius Act could quietly replace parts of the traditional banking system, allowing consumers to make instant global payments without using credit card or wire transfers. And here's the real kicker. The OCC's interpretive letter 1184 now allows national banks to custody and transact cryptocurrencies under the existing banking laws. That's right, big banks can now officially hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other stablecoins just like they do with your stocks or your cash. This single letter was a game changer because it gave the green light for institutions like JPMorgan, Visa, and even Walmart to begin building their own crypto infrastructure.
We've been embracing and building for years, preparing for this moment. The Genius Act has now passed the Senate, as you know, and is expected to pass the House. I think that'll give regulatory clarity to stablecoins.
It signals one thing. Crypto isn't a fringe anymore. It's going mainstream, and not by rebellion, but by regulation. To make this work, the US needed clarity. So Congress introduced the Clarity Act. It defines 3 categories: securities, which is regulated by the SEC, digital commodities like Bitcoin, regulated by the CFTC, payment stablecoins are treated like money. This ends years of courtroom chaos and makes it easier for companies to build legal in the US instead of running offshores to avoid unclear rules. Think of crypto as finally getting the seat at the adult financial table. And what if I told you there's something even more radical? A proposed Bitcoin Reserve Act that would let US Treasury reallocate funds into Bitcoin, just like it did with gold. No new taxpayer money, just reallocation of existing assets. Whether or not this bill passes, the message is clear. Bitcoin is being seen less as risky bet and more of a strategic hedge against inflation and other currency risks, like losing our penny and soon to be nickel. One Congress said, Bitcoin is gold for a digital generation. So what does the death of the penny have to do with all of this? Everything. Because when a country retires its smallest physical coin and simultaneously legitimizes its most volatile digital asset, it signals a turning point. Money is being redefined in front of our eyes. From a metal coin that costs more to make than it's worth to a string of code that lives on a blockchain and settles globally in seconds. And as these laws pass, technologies like FedNow, stablecoins, and crypto credit cards become way more common. We're moving towards a future where your wallet is your phone and your money never sleeps. Now, what do we do with this information? You should definitely learn how to do self-custody of your own assets, especially in regards to stablecoins. Use Bitcoin reward credit cards, which is becoming way more popular as Coinbase has partnered with Amex to roll out a credit card that allows you to earn in Bitcoin points every time you spend. So if you're a credit card hacker like myself and you like the benefits of points, we're now moving from a point system to potentially a Bitcoin back system. You need to stay informed. The rules are changing fast, and if you don't adapt, you'll get left behind. We're entering a world where banks no longer open at 9 a.m. They open 24/7, and their money doesn't jiggle in your pocket, it moves invisibly through networks across the globe. The death of the penny and the rise of the digital dollar isn't just a coincidence, they're two sides of the same transformation. Cash is fading and code is winning, and America is quietly rewriting the rules of money. So ask yourself, are you prepared for what's next to come? And if that intrigues you, I suggest you watch this video. In this video, I go over how embedding automations with code is rewriting the way that people actually use their investing portfolios, automating a vast majority of all the heavy lifting. Times are changing, and the way people used to do things are now becoming extremely obsolete and prehistoric. If you're not up to tune where things are headed, you're going to be left behind. Subscribing to this channel will help you stay up to date with these changes as you are a savvy investor yourself. Thanks for watching.